hit start and then I can do whatever on YouTube. I was like, where's my phone?
Hi everybody, I'm Angela Pattison and I'm going to be sharing in just a little bit more about this opportunity, the reason why it's been such a blessing to our family, physically and financially. And Deirdre, my friend, who's going to be coming up here in a minute, and Sharon and several other beautiful ladies are going to share their testimony. So we're going to have Melanie and Madison come up first. Okay, so I guess the first that we ever heard of Plexus was October of this past year. So I guess we were kind of in a box somewhere for a while, because I understand that it's, as I'm sharing about it now, I'm learning that, oh yeah, I know about Plexus, and everybody that's ever heard of it loves it. And so I'm just like, why didn't somebody tell me a long time ago? I would have loved to have known about this. But God's timing is perfect, and it worked out the way it did for a reason. And so I guess part of that is that we were on a journey with Madison's health, and she was just struggling with digestive issues, and so finally we ended up actually here at this church, and Angela shared with Madison about the gut health products and thought, wow, okay, that sounds like something that would basically answer to our prayers. And so Madison tried it, and we saw very quickly, like within 5 days, I mean literally within 5 days, there was like a turnaround, just the mood and I don't know, it's like energy level, things like that were just significantly different, other than like when she had tried before, like all of the natural supplements and the naturopathic routes and all of the other ways that we had tried. Just nothing seemed to have made that big of an impact that quickly, and so we were like, wow, okay. So that just really grabbed my attention, and to really look at the products and see why are these different, why are they working so much better than the others. And we just saw, like, I believe I'm speaking for you, but just the fact that Madison felt like, well, Mom, these are helping me so much, and I know so many people at school from college that were in the dairy-free line and the gluten-free line, and like, oh my gosh, there's other people that need to know that these products exist, because I wish I had known before now. So I need to tell them, this could be making them feel better too. And so that really is how it got started for us, as far as from the opportunity side, just was really from a heart of wanting to help other people. And for me, I got into, as I was researching the product line and the company, and really just wanting to know more. I was reading a lot of the testimonies on the Gut Health and Happiness page, and then my mind was going 100 miles an hour with, oh my gosh, I know somebody that has rheumatoid arthritis, I know somebody has lupus, I know somebody, and you just start thinking about all these people in your life that you're thinking, oh my gosh, they could be suffering unnecessarily. Like there's something that really could help them, and we need to tell them. And so for us, that's how it really, Madison wanted to get started, and I just said, well, I'll support you. But then it very quickly was like, I can't just keep this to myself. I mean, that's just rude. I mean, it's just really, I kind of feel like it's it's just wrong. If you don't tell somebody it's something that could help them. And so we just shared, we've shared on Facebook a post I did about Madison's progress. And then that really opened our eyes to realize just how many people are suffering that do not talk about it. Whether it's, who wants to talk about their bowels? I'm just saying, but there's so many people that are struggling in one direction or another. And when you start talking about digestive help and support and things like that, like our phone was just, Messenger was just blowing up with people wanting to know more about the products and how they could get them and tell me more. And so we have really just embraced that, okay, this is what we're supposed to do. And it's been amazing. It's been a financial blessing for us. I homeschool my kids. They're in 8th grade. And I was quickly realizing this school year that they are smarter than me. And I needed some help for high school. I was like, okay, they have definitely outlearned me. This is a struggle. But I didn't want to send them to public school. And I knew financially private school was going to be a struggle for us. And I just think that this is another way that God provided for us. It has helped her with her healing of her gut, but it has provided for me to be able to now, I actually after Christmas put them in private school. They're both, my Plexus money was enough in 2 months to pay for my kids for private school. And so this company is very, very generous. And we just, because of the amount of people that needed the help, we double ranked in November, hitting silver and senior silver. We double ranked again in December, hitting gold and senior gold, and then Madison hit ruby in January. And we'll see what February holds for me. I think I'm right on her tail, but just with that is that it is so rewarding to be able to help people and to hear the testimonies of people that have life-changing results, to know that you are making an impact in people's lives, the ripple effect of how when people are feeling better, what gets to happen. You know, when mama feels good, it affects the whole family. I'm just, you know, how you're interacting with your kids, how you're interacting with your husband, what you're able to do. And so just being a part of something in that regard, just making an impact, I think down deep, we all want to do something that has purpose and meaning, and so anyway, it's definitely worth the time and effort. And did you want to add
I can
to
share
that?
a little bit of my side of it, I guess my perspective.
Yeah.
So coming into it, I mean, I was just desperate for something to help me physically. So when Angela shared it with me, I was super excited. Like, yes, just tell me all the details I wanted. And what I didn't know yet was that it was going to be an awesome opportunity for business/ministry, because I had just come out of Word of Life, which was a very intense and impactful time of my life of just studying the Word and being in an amazing community of women, and I had an opportunity to be an RA, so I had 10 girls that I got to love on and pour into and just kind of mentor. And so I already had that heart for mentorship, for women, for just overall wellness of the mind, body, and spirit. And so I was already, mind, spirit, and soul, or whatever it is. You know what I mean. But so coming out of that, I was kind of, I was coming home in kind of a transition period. I'm getting married soon, so there's just a lot that I wanted to have some kind of community, and I got plugged in, as soon as I got the products pretty much, I started to think of the people that I knew from Word of Life that could benefit, and that also have that heart to love God and love others, and that's really what we're all about, right? And so now it's just been an amazing opportunity to step into more of a leadership role outside of my schooling, but something that I can do from home, but also still continue that, and it feels like it's something that gives me purpose. But also with how generous Plexus is, it's been so sweet to see the Lord pour in blessings for blessing other people. Plexus's motto is blessed to be a blessing, and that's what we're all about. So I'm just loving this so much and very, very thankful. And now I'm starting to dream big for my life, whereas I thought that Seth would just be, which is my fiance, would be doing a 9-to-5 our whole life, and I don't know what I would do, but maybe have my own clinic or something. I don't know what it would look like, but now, which is awesome, and that's totally fine if that's what the Lord calls somebody to, but for me, I have such a desire to go into the mission field and to go overseas and to just be free to love and serve in whatever capacity that the Lord calls me to. And so now Seth is catching on that vision too, and saying I love that I am right now working a 9-to-5, that I can use one day these skills in electrical to maybe impact the mission field one day. And I'm learning skills right now in leadership and loving on women and just wellness. The whole world needs wellness, but getting to dig in, and even in our business, we work through thought models and working through taking negative thoughts and exchanging it for positive thoughts, and how that can impact our whole life. And so I'm seeing how it's even impacting how I see other areas of my life, not just in business. And I see how the whole world needs that too. So I'm excited for how this is equipping me as a young woman to now dream big for what all that the Lord has me to do, not just in this season, but in further seasons and on the mission field or wherever he calls me to. So, and I can dream big with that in mind because of now more of a financial security in mind as well. So, yeah.
So it's what you can do when you have time freedom and financial freedom, that
Yeah.
you can just dream big with God, and just knowing if we're seeking Him and allowing Him to work and move, and we're just following His lead, then, I mean, who knows where we can go, right? It's exciting. So, yeah.
So that's kind of what we got to share. Thank you, Melissa.
Gotta clap for that.
All right, so, I know most of you, or the majority of you might know about the products, but I'm gonna real quick just run over it in case anyone doesn't. So what Plexus does is it addresses three root issues. That's inflammation, blood sugar balance, and gut health. And it does it synergistically together. Like, there are some fabulous probiotics out there, but this system is so different because it hits all three at the same time while getting the body to start to heal, balance, work on nutritional deficiencies, and so many pieces in multiple different ways at the same time. Isn't that brilliant? So we're gonna start first. We'll talk about the blood sugar balance. You have SLIM. So what unbalanced blood sugar looks like is hangry, irritability. Do you need a nap in the afternoon? Crashes, actually poor sleep is connected to blood sugar balance. And so it comes in a stick pack, and then you just put it in a glass of water. Tastes amazing. There's two different kinds, a hunger control and a microbiome one. And what it does is it helps balance your blood sugar throughout the day. So now you're not having the blood sugar crashes. It's starting to give you sustained energy. You're less moody. Hangry doesn't happen. You sleep better and all those things. So then we're going to look at the gut health piece and inflammation. And so you have, this is the dynamic duo. You have the BioCleanse, and don't let the name fool you. BioCleanse means a cleanse on a cellular level. So this is an oxygenated form of magnesium. What it does is when it goes into the GI tract, it opens, releases extra O2 it's been coupled with, and it's sort of like a scrubbing bubbles, like, you know, the cleaner for your tub. It's gonna have that same action, but on a very gentle level. Like, this is great for allergies, this is great for inflammation. If you need help with GI movement, if you don't, then you just take a lesser amount than this, and it helps just clean from top to bottom. And 90% of the population is deficient in magnesium, and guess what basically burns through the majority of your magnesium? Stress. And so a lot of us are dealing with a lot of stress right now, so magnesium is amazing. And so this goes together. This is like cleaning, or this is flushing the toilet, and this is like cleaning it. I hope you guys like that picture. This is a probiotic unlike anything else. It has digestive enzymes. It is actually dehydrated, so it is activated when it hits fluid, water. And so it has a gelatin capsule. It makes it through the stomach acid all the way into the intestines, and then it opens up and it starts weeding and then seeding. So the enzymes and antifungals go in and basically get rid of the bad bacteria. And it has a specific digestive enzyme that I have not found in any other probiotics out there yet. And it goes in and cracks the outer shell of yeast. If you've heard Candida, that yeast overgrowth, it cracks it, opens it up, and kills it. Because if you're just throwing probiotics at bad bacteria, typically the biofilm is too hard for those probiotics to get through. So you need the enzymes to come in, crack it open, and then they kill them off, and then they take over the ground. They're like your little soldiers. And they plant, and then you have prebiotics from here that help flourish and grow that garden. So that's why there's this synergistic effect of them all working together and helping get you on 80% good bacteria and 20% bad. If you have it flipped, that's where you see like inflammation, arthritis, digestive issues, migraines, autoimmune, thyroid, all those. The list goes on the science behind it. So we have that. Then we have another probiotic. We have things to help with pain, nerve pain, energy, and all of this is plant-based and very clean. The quality assurance and the sourcing is amazing because I'm really big on that because I don't trust easily, y'all. Ask a lot of questions. And then Hydrate Greens, they have a kids line. They do have things to help with weight loss, and then face cream and stuff. All of it works with your microbiome. Like even the face care, you are 10, I think it's 10 bacteria to 1 cell. So the more you take care and help your good bacteria flourish, the better your body does. It actually helps support the cellular, just like you get enough cellular nutrition, like from a bioavailable multivitamin, then you're helping your bacteria flourish. So everything works in tandem. It's just the way God designed it, and it's amazing. He made us so fearfully and wonderfully. So that's a little bit of the products, and do you want me to go into my testimony, or? Real quick, the reason we got connected with Plexus was because we struggled with IBS, inflammation, fatigue, my kids with allergies, seasonal allergies, pain, I feel like acid reflux, not sleeping well. Anyone else can even relate? And then hormones. As a woman, that was huge. And so these have really helped us give back our quality of life. And it's just been amazing. So I'm excited for you guys, and it's been a blessing. I'll share a little bit about the financial side too, but I'll let Angela hop up.
Hello again. So when I have notes here too, just because some of these things we're sharing today is a little beyond what we've shared in some of the previous meeting. And this just shows that anyone can do this. So I'm going to follow a few things on here statistic-wise. But for me, I actually have done network marketing businesses in the past, quite a few actually. And that is because as a stay-at-home mom, I homeschooled, always been into health and wellness and fitness. And I wanted to be able to at least have my vision back then was just a few $100 extra to be able to get my hair done occasionally. To be able to go to Target and buy a swimsuit or help with getting the kids' haircuts, that kind of thing, because the money from my husband, who was the main breadwinner, would cover all the bills, and we didn't have a whole lot extra necessarily, even though he made good money. It's just we got a lot of bills, and when you're trying to eat healthy and you got 5 boys and a mortgage and, but to back up a little, and the truth is every company I ever did was really thinking of a business. And hey, I'm passionate about health and wellness, so I'll do that too. Let's hope the products work. And a lot of them, there was things that I learned from them. It was good. There was things I got out of it, but I ultimately didn't feel like it wasn't ever home for me really. So it didn't last super long, but I learned a lot of things. And to back up to when I was a kid, we were super athletic my whole life. I was an athlete, karate. We traveled all over the world. And super into it. So fitness and health was always a passion, but I always had digestive things going on secretly, and honestly don't even know if I really realized it was different than anyone else. We didn't talk about that. I didn't talk to people. I was the type, and this is something that's funny, but I would literally be embarrassed if anybody was in the bathroom stalls, public bathroom stalls. If I was going to go to the bathroom, I didn't want anybody to hear me, so I'd be flushing the toilet a million times. I'm not going to talk about not being able to poop to my mom even, Like I didn't talk about having yeast infections and not being able to go to the bathroom or going too much some days or cycles being weird. I was embarrassed about all of those things my whole life until I had 5 babies and everything's out there when you have midwives around, and I've gotten a little more lax in that area. But the thing is I didn't talk about it. Even with the companies I've done, probiotics I've done, nothing got to the root issue. And so this was the first company, that was the only thing I was desperate for, because I got to a point in my health, because I've been, like I said, going on. I cut out sugar, I cut out dairy, I cut out wheat. I was a health coach. I'm doing all these things. I don't need supplements. I got to the point where I'm like, I don't even need that. I just need to eat good. And I do believe in that. But it was not getting to the root. So I come up to January of last year, had a major flare-up happen when something got stuck in my throat. Long story short, couldn't eat for 2 months, basically. My hormones, blood sugar, everything was whack. And the inflammation that had been happening over the last several years was getting to where it would affect my joints with my knees, my elbows, but it got so bad that I couldn't work out at all, couldn't sleep without having major pain. And all of this flare-up in January just made it worse. And the acid reflux, the allergies, all the things. There were some other things too. I'm not going to mention everything for sake of time. But there was just little subtle things, and it all ended up being this big, oh my gosh, I cannot do this. I love to work out. I love to be able to do things and feel happy and healthy. And I was just like, I don't feel good, you know? So I reached out to Deirdre, and this time it was literally for just the products. I was done with network marketing. I did not want to do that anymore. I didn't think that was my season because we were just really in the country. We're doing ministry stuff. I have a heart for worship and youth. And again, I still have a heart for wellness, but she got me started. I was like, okay, I need something. I'm desperate. I said, but I am not interested in the business. So I want to make that clear. And then when she tried to tell me, well, let's just jump on the phone and like talk about, okay, but I'm not interested in the business, just so you know. But anyway, God knew better than I knew at that point. And so what happened was 3 weeks in, I felt something shifting. My blood sugar was balancing. My mood was better. The hormonal stuff that was going on and the brain fog had lifted to the point where I was like, I didn't even realize how bad it was until I could think again. And I remember because I was homeschooling my son and I was crying, almost breaking down almost every day because of how difficult it was just to focus on homeschooling him. And I walked out of I finished homeschooling him this one day and was like, oh my gosh. Like it just kind of dawned on me, that was like the best that I've had with him in months. I mean, I don't even know how long. Like I could think and I didn't feel like that crash, and I just feel like happier. And I messaged Deirdre, I'm like, something's working. I'm feeling better. And then I noticed things like my acid reflux wasn't there like it was. And my moods are better, and my cycles completely changed from really heavy, really bad PMS to not even knowing when I was gonna start. It just starts, and they're not heavy anymore. And I thought I was premenopausal because of how bad they were. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, okay, this wasn't abnormal. I mean, I thought it was normal. I'm like, that was abnormal too. Okay, so I'm back to being healthy again, really. And then fast forward 2 months in, I woke up one morning and I was like, and I had added in the triplex as well as the Ease, which really targets that inflammation and targets pain. And I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I woke up this morning and had no pain last night. That's the first night I've slept through the night. And I had to sit straight up with about 6 pillows to be able to sleep at all. And I was in tears almost about it because I was like, and now I can identify and relate to people that have chronic pain type stuff because I've never had that in my life until that season. So now I know what it's like, how horrible it is when you feel like you literally, I mean, I couldn't even hold my water bottle without shooting pains. And so I'm doing workouts again now, and with my husband even, crazy military workouts, and the pain is gone, the acid reflux that was improved, all of the things were better. My 9-year-old who had major allergy stuff, I was giving him Benadryl and I hated it, but I was like, his eyes were swollen, the one that's in there. It's scary because his iris was sunken in, and I was like, this is really scary. But I dosed it to him and didn't have to give him Benadryl anymore. So I was like, I'm a believer. And then Deborah, who's right here, we had been having life group meetings and talking. I never knew she had, things going on with arthritis. Had no idea. And so what happened was just talking about what was going on. Next thing I know, I'm sharing about the business. Next thing I know, I was working the business. Not sharing about it yet, but working it. I was telling her she wanted to start, my mother-in-law wanted to start, someone else randomly messaged me and said, do you have anything for chronic fatigue? And I'm like, what are you saying, God? What's going on here? So fast forward to within the next month, I had already made like $800 and something without even thinking I was doing this. And I went, okay, hello, this is nice. I can not only cover my products, but help out with a few things that we needed to do. And I started to get that stir in my heart again, because I will say I do like, as a world champion karate, I like the prize, I like the goal, I like the achieving things. And so it kind of got me a little bit excited. But also what excited me was my friends getting their life back. And that transformation. And then I saw the quality of the team culture. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And so I started the Lord just made it so clear. And I'm going to go into why network marketing. But this is the thing. I always knew network marketing was a powerful thing because of the fact that single moms or moms that are homeschooling or whatever, we can make income without having to leave our homes. We can do it from our phone, from our computer, without anywhere. I was in Walmart parking lot before we went in, answering a message, somebody that wants to start doing this. I mean, who can do that, And being able to be with my kids, enjoying them and having time freedom. And I've believed in that part of network marketing. But now I'm like, this company, this product is why this is so important and why it's so effective. Because we literally, first of all, every man, woman, and child has a gut. Okay, not everybody wants leggings or jewelry. That's only limited to women for one. Well, never know today, but anyway, not to get into that. But my point is like we've got something for residual income and a monthly consumable, right? Something that people need that's changing lives. Leggings we might think they're changing our life for a little bit, but they ain't changing your life like the way these supplements are doing. So it is something that's like, we're really impacting people. And on top of that, there is no cap with doing network marketing. And so I'm going to read a few of these things. But one of the fastest growing business models in the world is network marketing. And then some of the wealthiest people in the world own and endorse network marketing companies. And I know this from people that I even know from the times I've been doing this. Why it works is because word of mouth is powerful. Now, how many of you would wish you could get some kind of credit when you refer Target or your favorite movie or your favorite jeans, right? We all do this. We all refer by word of mouth something that we love. So with this, you're getting credits and money for referring what you love. So it makes sense. And it's also, we're not just supporting some big company, right, that we don't know what they're doing. We're actually supporting families, single moms, others that can't do something outside of the home, those that might even be at a place that they can't do much because of disability, whatever. We're supporting that. We're helping put money back into people's lives around us. But residual income, and there's no cap. And so with our company, you can actually hit the top rank of diamond, go back and do it again. There is no other company that compares to this with the 11 ways you get paid here. We have incentives, bonuses, trips. I actually earned a trip for my husband and I. We're going to be able to get a getaway wherever we pick, breakfast in bed kind of a thing. Whatever state and city we name, it'll be funded. And then we also got one to Orlando for a leadership retreat, tickets to Disney, things like that, which again, that's icing on top. That's nice and that's awesome, something we really wouldn't have had the luxury to do before. But the reason I really want to do it is because the impact. And now we have choices. My husband has had a dream in his heart to do ministry stuff. And because of his stress of his job that was literally all day long, we wouldn't see him until maybe 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And then he started being able to, through 2020, work from home. But anyway, there was a lot of things going on with that. And now it's gotten to where there's starting to be opened up choices because of this. I'm now going to be hitting the 6-figure income earning spot in this company, one of the top 3 highest ranks in the company. And I just started in March, and I was not going to do a business. I was like, but the Lord knew, and he's built it because of these people's lives that are being impacted. But the reason is because I'm saying now, how many want this with me? I don't want to do this by myself. I want to help as many that want to have financial freedom as I can. I don't want to just go to Hawaii in, September by myself. Who wants to go to Hawaii? Let's all go together, and let's impact lives around us. But the thing is that I love to give. I love to serve. I love to see impact and change. So this provides that to happen. I'm able to see that happening, and it's just been amazing. And you get to choose your own team. I get to choose these amazing women to work with, and that just brings to the culture of our team. People all the way up to the top love the Lord, love Jesus, have kingdom minded. We have a lot of personal growth like Madison talked about. We're doing book studies together, and there's just such impact that it's been powerful. In my life, my husband actually said to me, I've never seen any company you've done where you've grown like this. He's noticing changes where I'm starting to have strides to become better in some areas that he was really impressed and really excited about it. This is awesome. I'm on board with this, because he's seeing how it's affecting stuff that I've already struggled with that now I'm beginning to get help in. Does that make sense? We all have strengths and we have things that we need to work in, but this is helping me step out in some areas as a leader, and that's affecting my being a mom. Because I was raised in a home, and this is just a side note, but I was raised in a home where my mom's amazing and wonderful, and just because the way she was raised too, but she just didn't delegate as much. And I've not really delegated with my kids as much. And now I'm realizing areas that I need to improve. I need to start raising them up as leaders, and then them be able to raise their kids up as leaders. And this is what this is doing. And I'm actually having to step out in that role that I've never done this before. But so to wrap it up with my The fact that we can basically do this, I already said that, from your phone, from wherever. 95% of people, they say, in network marketing companies will hit the top of the company if they don't stop within 10 years. They will be at the top of the company. 95%. Like, that is huge in your favor numbers. But of course, most people that I know have been Jewel status way before that. But that's a pretty amazing thing. And I know personally, like I said, several people in this industry that are in that place, and they're able to give and help, and it's amazing. Open orphanage. I mean, I know some of the dreams of some of the people in here to open orphanages, to be able to help mothers in need, to be able to do mission work. Like, so it's powerful because God wants to take the wealth of the wicked and give it to the righteous. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Deirdre.
That was awesome. I'm going to take my notes too. So where we started was because my husband's health struggle with the IBS, he was bedridden at the height of it for 3 months, and so we ended up on food stamps and Medicaid. And so I actually almost didn't purchase Plexus because it was with network marketing, just because I had just seen some stuff that I was like, eh. But what I found was, just like restaurants, you have some restaurants that you go that has excellent service, the best, food. You're like, I'm definitely going back there. And then you find some that just are really not the great quality food, and you're like, definitely not coming back here because that service was not great. And so you have that in any industry, and that's what I realized. And so as the more I got to know just the CEOs and the leadership, and especially our team, like even within Plexus, our team is so special and so unique. You'll hear other people that come in and get to experience just what we have, and it is special and unique. So it really matters that the company, the products, and really who you choose to join with. And the ladies, and as you guys can see here, are just phenomenal. And this is just a small extension of such a greater community. Right. So I actually started sharing before I even got my products, because we had people paying our rent. Miracle, I've never had anything like this, but miracle checks in the mail, different things like that. But I did not want to stay there. My husband and I would say, we want to give. Like, we don't want to be the takers anymore. We want to be able to give and get out and above and pay someone's rent for them, like do the very thing that people were doing for us. And so as I started to I just got the first 3 people to get the first bonus. And what it did, it paid for our groceries. It paid for our products. And then the next one, it helped pay for some bills. And then fast forward 3 years, I hit the first 6-figure rank in the company. At the same time, both of my husband jobs, he had already put in his resignation for one. He's a pastor. And the ministry he was planning on working with actually had to shut down because of COVID. So all of a sudden, we had 0 income. But at the same time, see, worship music, come on. Because seriously, God timed it. I had no idea 3 years before of just trying to get money for groceries. He saw 3 years from now that the doors would close for my husband. And then this actually opened up him being a pastor. He's always wanted to have a home church. And so now we get to start that at our home without having to worry about finances, without having to worry about how are we even going to support the people coming to our house, and just be able to give again. It's so great. So really just the dreams and the desires, God honoring the work of our hands has been amazing, and He will bless the work of your hands. That's His promise for it. So a couple things, because I talked about, the science and stuff. You have gut health is the forefront. You see more stuff, more articles, research, all the health things going on in the world. They are starting to find links. And Plexus is actually 2 years ahead of most of the research and stuff and products coming out. Everyone else is trying to catch up. So, and it's because they have 250 medical professionals on their medical advisory board. And this is something new I learned. They have a member on the Council of Responsible Nutrition, and they also do third-party testing and quality testing all the time with their supplements. And so they're literally a leader in the market of gut health, which I don't have the figures for, but they're estimated for it in the next 5 years to literally skyrocket because it's hitting such a huge need. So in 2020, over 500,000 people joined Plexus. Remember, that's when COVID hit, was in 15, and everything else was crashing in the market. And Plexus had one of the biggest booms. And so that's what actually happens when you see when depressions happen financially, network marketing actually goes up because what people are at home more, there's more, you're connecting with people and you're able to work out of your home, like she mentioned. And so here's the beautiful part. With time and consistency, it produces results. Like anything, just think like farming. Those seeds are gonna grow eventually, And so it's just amazing what can happen. If you look at the journey of my 3 years, was it linear? No, but it was amazing just seeing the growth process and then God really restoring things and answering our prayers. And then you said the monthly consumable. Oh, and so we do have, I love this, we have a solution to the world's biggest need outside Jesus, which is health and finances. We have an answer to both, and we are literally living testimonies. And it's just a matter of time of you being a living testimony and an answer to need. And think of a global economy. What has happened? The internet has connected everyone to everything and has made it highly accessible. Just so much more. And so we are set up perfectly. That's why we are in Mexico, Canada, Australia, New Zealand.
Yes.
Thank you.
And about to launch a whole new country this year.
This year.
I don't know what yet.
So it's super exciting, and those countries are still on the ground floor. I think there's only one diamond or a couple of diamonds in Canada, which is the top. Only one in Mexico, and not even, they have some jewels in Australia. So it's literally the ground floor for those people in those countries. We have an unmatched comp plan. Seriously, if you take time to actually look at it, and I know Angela can attest, having done previous network marketing, it is unlike. They actually built their own comp plan because they did not like anything they saw in the market.
Right.
So it's completely unique to Plexus. I was actually surprised when I started getting paid, y'all. I was like, I'm making money? This is amazing. It's completely debt-free. Is backed by Morgan Stanley. They actually, I can't remember what rank, but they were ranked for integrity. They made it in the network marketing, is it journal or Better Business Bureau?
A+.
For A+ for integrity, because they really are. And listen, you get a customer service department, you get a shipping department, you don't have to have any products, you don't have to ship anything. And the customer service is amazing. Because yes, it's just amazing. So they have a global strategy. Everything we have is just really incredible and is so simple. Anyone can do this because I'll tell you my qualifications. I have an associate's degree in vocal performance and sound engineering. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've taught K through 8 choir. I was a worship leader. I was a pastor for 7 years. And you know what? I just wanted my family to feel better, and I just wanted to be financially free to do all that God called us to do. And so I just picked up the shovel he put in front of me, started digging, and he's brought me the gold. So that's our testimony.
Only one thing I forgot to say was, and this is actually wrong now, because this says how low our startup cost is, basically, considering you're starting and launching your own business. But it says on here $19.95, but it's actually $2.22 today. So, just so you know, for this whole month to start your own business, and it's kind of like a Sam's Club membership that the year for the wholesale cost or to renew every year, it's about $39 normally, but the startup right now is $2.22 because it was February of 2022, and that was why they did that. And we'll cover that if anybody hadn't joined today or whatever. But also, and of course the products are like under 150, and right now that's even more on sale, depending on what package you want to start with, what you want to get, how much you need. They range from even lower to that to a little bit more depending on the size. And right now you can get started for huge discount on top of cashback stuff going on, and on top of that there's an extra 20% off of wholesale. So just so you know, with getting started, so you can start in, get your products, and then decide if you were wanting to share with more or not. And with your first 3 people, you're gonna make like $350 back by next month. If you were to do it now, before the 15th of next month, you will have gotten $350 back.
I just wanted to add too, is that if money is a concern, like I know for some people, if you're not used to budgeting for supplements, you might think, oh, I just don't have that right now. But I'll just say the way how generous they are on the front end is that we made enough money our first month to pay for my products for an entire year. So in other words, we made one very tiny, small investment of like $100 to get our own products. And then basically they're paying us to shop. So in other words, we'll never have to buy Plexus products ever with our own money, because just from now on ever, we make more money than we spend with the company. And so when you think about it that way, you can go out here if you want to GNC or somewhere else, who knows where, and Amazon, and buy products if you want. But Plexus is quality products that gives you rewards and perks for shopping and being loyal to their company, which we didn't even hit on the Plexus perk points that you get. And so there's just, it's just, to me, a no-brainer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it.
60-day money-back guarantee.
Yeah, I just,
yeah.
anyway, I just definitely
Oh, that's great.
think it's a smart way to go.
Yes. And listen, the top of the company, Diamond, makes as much as a brain surgeon. Do you know how much schooling that took and how much financial investment that takes to get there? Comparatively, the financial investment you make and the qualifications you have to have for this, which are nothing. You just have to be willing to open your mouth.
That's
To
true.
tell
Or
people.
text.
Yeah, or
You have
text
a
people.
miracle in your mouth. You just have to choose if you want to open it.
So, just to put it in perspective.
Yeah.
It's definitely work, but it's worth it. What it came down to was my husband was working 12-hour days, didn't see the kids, we still weren't making enough, and literally we had no more time left in the day. We could not add any extra work. And so, I saw this opportunity. I was like, if I can multiply my time, then let's do it. And so that's why I love just this business model as well. It's fantastic. And I'm who's ready to make brain surgeon money without the without the schooling.
And y'all can try, we're gonna let y'all try sample some of the pink drinks, the actives that we have. And we did draw names, we already did the funnel, and Francis was our winner. So, and so I'll
Do you
get,
want me to hit the stop?
yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say, it's not really